Hi everyone, and welcome to Stitchwork Creations. In this video I'm going to go through the basics of rerouting. I have a Gigi Grant doll that I've already taken a hair and factory paint off, and she's been in my stock box for a while, and I'm going to give her a quick wipe over with acetone. For my reroute tool, I'm using a small hand drill. Doesn't really matter what it is, as long as you're able to open and close the clasp like this, so you're able to fit a needle in. For my needles, I've got a selection. I have one that I've bought from a hair manufacturer, nice and simple, or I cheat and I use normal needles and I cut them off at the top by the eye at an angle so that I'm still able to get the hair in. Using my wire cutters, you can see I'm cutting it off at a 45-degree angle. Eventually. There we go. And you can see that it's pretty much the same. The bought one's a bit shorter, so I'm going to trim it down so it's sturdier. As you can see, eventually, when the camera stops jumping in and out of focus, pretty much the same deal, just one's a lot cheaper than the other and easier to get hold of if you run out of the bought ones. For this doll I'm using Shimmerlock's hair. I've not tried this company before, so this is all new to me. They've got some beautiful shades. I'm going to start off with honey gold. First of all, it's in a resealable bag. I mean, most of the hairs come in a plastic sealed bag and that's it. It just falls out, goes everywhere, makes a mess. It's lush and silky and has got a texture about it that's slightly oiled. One of the tips they gave me is if the hair starts getting loose or fly away, use a spritz of water and it will dampen it back down again and stop it being all bitty and flying away. Here I'm cutting off a length which is about twice as long as I would like it to be, because we're going to be rerouting at the centre of the hair, like that. Get some strands of hair, about 5 or 6, pinch the piece off, take it off gently, and then a cat will come and destroy the world. Thanks most. So let's try that again in normal speed. 5 or 6 hairs, I slide the needle underneath it, taking the ones that I've chosen, hold on to those, slide the needle all the way to the one end, and then pinch the rest and any loose hairs and pull away. This way you don't lose any or have any stray hairs that will vanish or knot or bundle and just end up being a mess on the bottom of the table somewhere. To put the hair onto the needle, I've wrapped the hair around my finger and using the groove between my nail and my finger, slid the needle on and the hair in between. This way, I'm able to hold on to it, give it some tension whilst I plug it into the head, and I find a twisting and stabbing works much better than just a general stabbing. We're not promoting stabbing people in the head, just dolls. And that's okay, maybe. Rerouting tends to take a while, so I've sped this up and I go through various different colours. The overall look I'm going for is a flower, so I'll be having yellow at the centre for the stamens, and the pink will be for the petals, and then there will be green for the leaves and the outer of the flower. Onto the petals. So this is Street Jubilee, 15 grams or 0.5 ounces. I'm going to cut it in half again so it's the same length as the yellow. I ended up using all of this hank of hair. It was quite a lot. I thought it might make it all the way, but it didn't. So I will use another colour for little accent colours. With all the pink done and used, now I need to find a different colour. So, don't have any more of that colour, into the stock box we go. That's my plan, to go around the edges, but I think it might be a bit too much if I use it on those bits. So, I'm going to see what I can find in here. This is some monofibre called Hollyhock from Retro Dolls USA, and I thought it was perfect for little strands of the little veins in the petals that you would see on a flower usually. Now this stuff was a little more flyaway than the Shimmerlock's hair, so I had to spritz it with water to keep it from flying about and going all over the place and tangling everywhere. Now I've added the green. You didn't need to see all of it. It's the same thing, different colour. To secure it all, I'm using some Yoo-Hoo or Oohoo power glue, which is fast acting glue and will set quite hard, and it doesn't run through and damage the hair on the other side. So a nice fair amount in there, and then get a stick or cotton bud to give it a good smush about and make sure it's touched all the plugs on the inside so it doesn't pull, they don't pull out when you brush it or style it. This head was soft enough that actually I was able to smush it about by squishing the head together a bit. It was quite fun. Here she is, unstyled. It's part of a secret project, so I've got some bits and pieces to do on her before I can show her officially. If you want to see what she ends up looking like, then you can come and find me on Instagram under StitchWickWitch. I will put a link in the description box below. Thank you all for watching. This is my first video. A bit nervous and probably terrible camera work, and we'll say a lot of ums and ahs. I'll try and improve on that. If you want to get in touch with me, send me a message, want to subscribe or see any of the links that are in the description. It'd be lovely to see you there, and see you soon hopefully. Thank you. It's artificial, you doofus.